Good morning, children. As you all know that we have already started the 4th chapter of geography, that is our earth, the globe and maps. So in the previous class we learned about globes and maps, and today we will learn to find places on a map. So listen very carefully and try to understand. It's very interesting. At the end of the book there is a sheet with an activity which you can play or do only if you understand this properly. You have to understand, you have to learn how to find places on a map. Okay, so without wasting much time, let's get started. Alright, before that we need to understand what an atlas is. Many maps of the different parts of the earth are put together into a book called an atlas. So atlas is a book of maps. It means maps of different parts of the earth are put together into a book, and that book is called atlas. So a book of maps, only maps, okay, is called an atlas. Alright, now let's check what's written here on the box. Did you know? In earlier times, travelers made drawings of places they visited. This helped to make maps of these places. Now, pictures of the earth taken from space help to make maps. So, in earlier times, travelers means a person who travels from one place to another. Okay. So they used to make drawings of places which they visited, and this way they used to make maps. But now, as people now go to space, pictures are taken from space, from satellites, and these pictures help to make maps. Now let's learn how to find places on a map with the help of an activity. So we will have to do this activity, okay, and while doing you will understand how we can find places on a map. Alright, to complete this activity you will need a partner, okay. You can ask anyone, your sister, friend, brother, anyone. So first, both of you should have exactly the same pieces of plain paper. So both of you have to take the same piece of plain paper. Okay, both of you will take a plain paper. On your paper, draw a star. Your partner should not see where you have drawn it. So you will draw a star anywhere on the paper, okay, but your partner should not see. Only you will draw, not your partner, okay. Now explain to your partner exactly where to draw the star on his or her paper. Use only words, not your hands, to explain. So now you have to explain to your partner to draw a star exactly where you have drawn, but you cannot show with the help of your hands. You can use only words. You can say left, right, top, bottom, but you can't show exactly where to draw. Okay, you can direct with your words. Is your partner able to do it? Now you have to see whether your partner has drawn on the same place where you have drawn. Alright, now leave this aside. Now both of you take a sheet of paper like drawing 3. It means like this, okay. These crisscross lines form a grid. Each box in the grid has a name. Find and color box C2. Okay, now it says both of you have to take a sheet of paper like this. Now if you don't have, you can take a plain paper and draw lines exactly like this, okay, crisscross lines. Now this crisscross line is called grid. Now each box in the grid has a name. As you can see, this is column A, B, C, D, and each row also has a name, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you will have to give a name, okay. Now it says find and color box C2. So here you see this is C column and this is 2. That means this is C2. C, A, B, C, and 2, 1, 2. That means this box you have to color. Next, draw a star in one of the boxes of your grid. So in one of the box you have to draw a star. Do not let your partner see where you have drawn it. So don't let your partner see where you have drawn. Now ask your partner to draw a star in exactly the same place on his or her paper. Hint, give the box number. Now you will have to ask your partner to draw star exactly in the same place. This time you can give hint by giving the box number. Okay. Now if you have drawn the star here, that means the box number is C3. Now you can tell your partner, draw a star in box number C3. So now your partner will easily understand where you have asked him or her to draw, isn't it? Was your partner able to do it? Now you have to check. Was your partner able to do where you have exactly drawn? Now when you took the plain paper and asked your friend to draw the star exactly in the same place where you have drawn, I guess both you found it difficult to explain and your friend must also found it difficult to understand, isn't it? But in the next activity, when you took this paper with crisscross line and with the names, it was easy for you to direct, to explain where to draw, and for your partner as well to understand where to draw, isn't it? So when we draw lines and give them names, it becomes easy for us to locate, to find a place than on a plain paper. Similarly, to find places easily, experts have drawn lines on maps and globes so that they can locate places easily, so that they can find places easily. Look at the globe. Can you see the lines here? Crisscross lines. This is called grid. The lines over here. Let's check this in maps also. Here you see the lines. Can you see the crisscross lines, the grid? So both in globes also and in maps we find these lines. Okay. The earth does not actually have lines on it. There is no such lines like this on the earth. These lines are drawn by the experts to locate places, just like you did here in the activity. It was difficult to locate a place on the plain paper, right? But when you draw lines on it with names, the same place could be easily located, isn't it? So these lines are just imaginary and not real. Some of these imaginary lines have special names. These lines you can see here in the picture, isn't it? All these lines have special names. And the line around the center of the earth is called the equator. You see in the center this line. So the name of this line is equator. It is called equator, the center line. Okay. To help us find places in maps, atlases have an index. This is at the end of the atlas. In an index, the names of places are in alphabetical order. Alright, so now since you don't have atlas, we will try to understand from here. Okay, this map. This is one of the pages of atlas, and this map has many places marked on it. Like you see here, Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Nagpur, Telangana, Karnataka, and many other places. At the end of the atlas, you will find index. What is index? It is a list of names of places arranged in alphabetical order, and you will find this index at the end of an atlas. Now since you don't have book, you might find it difficult to understand, but just know that at the end of the book, okay, atlas, there you will find an index. So a list of names of places in alphabetical order like this. Here you can see these are very few names, just to show you, okay, as an example. So like this you will find, this is an index, okay, you will find names of places arranged in alphabetical order, okay. Page number will be given, state name will be given, and the grid number. You can see the crisscross lines, isn't it, the grid over here, and the names A, B, C, and here 1, 2 and 3. Now with the help of this index we can locate places easily. How? Just say, now if I have to find this place Ahmednagar, okay, so what I will do is I will just check the page number. Now since this map is from page number 15, so it's written 15 over here, so page number 15, so this is page number 15, okay. The state is Maharashtra and the grid number is A2. So this grid number actually helps us to find places. So we will search in grid A2. So this is A and then 2, that means this grid, that means this box. Now here you have to find where is Ahmednagar. Here is Ahmednagar. Can you see? Just check in your book, okay. Here it is, isn't it? Similarly, if I have to find Hyderabad in a map, so I will go to page number 15. The state is Andhra Pradesh and grid number is B2. So this is B, now 1, 2. So this is B2. Now you have to find Hyderabad here. So where is it? Can you find? Yes, here it is, Hyderabad. So did you see how easily we can locate, isn't it? We don't have to look for all the places. With the help of this grid number we can easily find out. Alright, now let's find this place Mumbai, okay. So what you have to do, you must know the correct spelling, M-U-M-B-A-I, Mumbai. Find Mumbai in the index given here. So here the index is given, right. The page number is given beside the name. Mumbai is on page dash in the atlas. So here let's check, here Mumbai page number 15, that means Mumbai is on page 15. So you will write 15 in this blank, okay. Next to the page number for Mumbai is the name of the state and the number of the square in which Mumbai is. It is in square dash, find on the map. So now let's check the square number. The state is Maharashtra and the square number means grid number is A2. So it is in square A2, you will write here. Now let's find the box A, the square A2. This is A and this is 2. So that means this box. So just find where is Mumbai. Here it is. So isn't it so simple? Now use the index to find Hyderabad and Nagpur on the map. So similarly you will find the place Hyderabad and Nagpur. So you will do this yourself, okay. Alright, so check your book. At the end there is a large sheet given. You will find a map, okay, and at the top grid numbers are given with hints, okay. You just have to read and find the places. So it's very easy and simple, so you can do that at home, okay. Alright, now here is something for us. Did you know the Atlas is named after a Greek god called Atlas? He made the king of the gods angry. As punishment, he had to carry the earth on his shoulders. In the same way, an atlas carries map of the whole world inside it. So this is very interesting, isn't it? So the book Atlas got its name from a Greek god called Atlas. Alright, children, so we end the chapter and the class here. I hope you found it interesting and understood whatever I have explained it to you. We will now have to solve exercises given in the book. In the next class we will do that. Okay, till then keep learning and thank you for watching.